yesterday I went into my fridge. I opened it up and I was like, Cha, we need meals. There's nothing in here. So I went and looked at my freezer, I looked at my pantry, and I skimmed the fridge. And I'm like, well, I guess I gotta work with what we got. In the basement, we had sale chicken that I got from a prior sale. And I was like, okay, we got chicken. Guess what? We're making chicken 3 ways. 3 different meals with that chicken. And everything I had on hand, I either got on sale or for super duper cheap. And because I stocked strategically during those sales, you won't believe what I paid for these 3 meals for my family of 4. Just over $22. And I know y'all have been there before. You open up that fridge and you're like, we got no food. That was exactly what happened to me. And I'm gonna show y'all how I solved it. I love finding ways to make meals stretch while keeping them healthy and high protein. It's actually a small joy in my life. So I'm gonna let you know my everyday, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. My name's Angela, and welcome to Nutritionally Cheap. Let's get into it. So before I get into all 3 meals, I have to address the chicken first. I had this chicken sitting in my freezer that I got on sale for $1.99. I got this chicken actually when I was out buying chicken for my sister-in-law's 50th birthday party. I had to buy a copious amount of chicken for this party because my husband's family's huge. So I dealt with that chicken for the party, but I also bought some on the side and I put in my freezer because I knew my future self would thank me. You're welcome. So now guess what? We have chicken for 3 meals and I didn't have to go run to the store and I got it on sale. So this chicken I bought with the skin on. It's always cheaper that way. Yesterday, I washed the chicken and I stripped that skin off and it literally took me about 5 minutes. By stripping that skin off, you save so many calories and it makes it so much healthier. Yesterday, I seasoned the chicken as well. I used simple, basic seasonings because we're gonna be using it for 3 ways and we're gonna be versatile with this chicken. So I use seasoning salt, cracked black pepper, dried parsley, I grated some garlic and some garlic powder and paprika. Simple seasoning, those are my go-to seasonings for many things. We're gonna pop this chicken into the oven for about 45 minutes, let that cook up. It's gonna come out nice and juicy and then we can distribute it to each meal. Let's get into it. So our first meal for chicken 3 ways is chicken, broccoli, and rice. Honestly, this meal is a go-to at our house. Chicken and rice in general, we eat this all the time. And just put a veg on the side, we call it a meal. But this one, you might think that's boring. Chicken, rice, and broccoli. Boring. No, I'm gonna amp this up with this delicious lemony tahini roasted garlic sauce. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna drizzle this on the rice, the chicken, and the broccoli. Oh, this meal is gonna go from a 2 to a 10 in literally 2 seconds.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna roast these garlic with the chicken. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this garlic in half, drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, put some salt on it, close it back up, wrap it up like a little present in some foil, and pop it in the oven. The oven's already going, so we got 3 chicken meals going in there. Now we're gonna get a sauce, so it's working overtime, 4 times. So let's get that garlic in the oven. So we'll drizzle it with a little olive oil and then a little bit of salt in the middle. And then we're just gonna wrap it up like a little present. Done. Let's put her in the oven. So for this meal, everything I had on hand, I got on sale. With rice, I always buy rice in the huge, massive bags. This is an 8 kg bag. I don't buy those small bags ever. The rice lasts so long, and the big bag goes such a long way. So the cup of dry rice you're using for your meal is literally pennies at the end of the day. So it is so amazing to buy the rice in the big bags. I also got broccoli on sale. It was in a crown and I chopped it myself. Tahini got on sale. Lemons, I buy in the bag. All right, let's season this broccoli. I'm gonna spray it with some olive oil. I'm using seasoning salts, cracked black pepper, garlic powder, and I'm using smoked paprika. Smoked paprika adds so much flavor to veg. It's like a veg hack. It's incredible. And I'm gonna toss that up and pop it in the oven. And look, you see these broccoli are not perfect. They are whatever, misshaped, and I don't care. I got her done. It's nutritious to our body, and it saved me a bunch of time. Okay, we are doing fiber duty on this oven. I don't mess around when I turn on this oven. So on the top, we have 3 meals of chicken. The bottom, we are gonna roast that broccoli, and you'll see over to the side, I have that garlic roasting for our sauce. Yeah, baby. So this is the big reveal from everything that came out of the oven. Look how juicy this chicken looks. Like, look at this back one. Look how juicy that looks. Oh my gosh. The broccoli for the side. And this, like, this roasted garlic. Oh my gosh. It's gonna go such a long way in that tahini sauce, like you don't even understand. And how easy was that? Chop and roast, done. We are gonna start working on this tahini sauce. I am so excited because this sauce is so simple to make and it has so much flavor. So I'm just gonna pop out all the garlic out of the pot. I put the roasted garlic into my nifty blender because I'm just gonna blend everything up, which makes life so easy. So first I'm gonna start with a couple tablespoons of tahini. We're gonna put a wedge of lemon. Squeeze out of it. We're gonna salt it, put a little pepper, and we're also gonna put a little bit of water in it just to thin it out. Let's blender. And this sauce is done. Look at that. This drizzle on that meal is going to just amp it up. Like, amp it up next level. So let's plate our first meal, the chicken, rice, and broccoli. So I already got the rice on the plate. That I'm gonna be plating an adult serving. We're gonna put some roasted broccoli on there. Load that up, like half the plate, because when you're eating healthy, you wanna fill your belly up with those nutritious vegetables. And then plop on 2 pieces of chicken. That's all there is to it. That looks great as is. And now let's drizzle on that delicious, creamy tahini roasted garlic sauce. Are you ready? Okay. Oh my gosh. And on the rice, as like a gravy for the rice, this delicious sauce. Oh my gosh. It's a whip of the wrist. But that sauce tastes divine. I want to show you a close-up now. And look at that. Chicken, rice, and broccoli from food we had laying around the house. With that tahini sauce too. Ooh, baby. And since all the items I had on hand I got on sale and stocked strategically, this big old plate of food, this adult portion, costs only $1.70 and has 34 grams of protein. The kids, half that price, half that protein. Nutritious, delicious, and y'all, cheap. Our next meal with the randomness that I had around the house are chicken tacos. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Chicken tacos. Our family loves chicken tacos. You know why? It's not just about the food and consuming delicious food. It's about the experience. I lay everything out on the table and the kids can make their own tacos and they think it's the coolest thing. Like, no joke, this is a core memory for them when they get older. They will remember taco night. And honestly, that just brings me so much joy. So this taco meal, not only is it gonna be nourishing, it's gonna fill my heart. So let's address this cilantro. I was walking in the store and I saw cilantro, 99 cents. I'm like, ooh, I love me some cilantro. I'm gonna pick it up. But I had no idea what I was gonna do with it. I picked it up, put it in the car. I was like, I actually didn't even think about it. I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what I want to do with cilantro. So when I was thinking about the chicken 3 ways, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have cilantro. I have avocados. I have tomatoes. It's like, oh my gosh, this is all coming together. So guess what? With these tacos, they're not gonna be your boring taco. I'm gonna make a batch of guacamole. Oh yes. And a batch of homemade salsa. It's gonna take me no time, and because I got the ingredients on sale, it's super duper cheap. And I got the lettuce, tortillas were in my freezer, cheese I already had stocked, prior sale. And this is the clincher. I'm gonna make this delicious sauce. Yes, I season the chicken generic with your seasoning salt. So you're like, where's that like taco flavor? I got you. I'm gonna make this delicious sauce. It's a Greek yogurt cilantro taco sauce. The things I'm gonna put in this are gonna elevate it, and it's gonna make this taco so creamy and delicious. And it's so healthy, and the sauce is packed with protein because of the Greek yogurt. And one more thing I want to address. You know that guacamole, salsa, you normally put a squeeze of lime in there? Well, guess what? I ain't got lime. I didn't have lime. I didn't even have one in the back of my fridge. I had nothing. But I did have lemon. So honestly, I'm gonna use lemon in these recipes because it's for our family. I don't care. It's the citrus. Yes, it's a different flavor profile. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? It's a weeknight meal. No, I'm getting it done, and it's what I had. So, lemon to the rescue! Right. So let's make this super easy salsa. Want to put in some cilantro. This cilantro, I already trimmed off the ends, and I'm gonna chop this up, and everything's gonna go in. We chop the cilantro and we chop it good. We chop the cilantro and we chop it all the way. And some of you all think this tastes like soap, but it doesn't taste like soap to me. So we have the tomatoes and the onions and our delicious cilantro. I guess that's a bit subjective after our little song. Probably could have used a bigger bowl. 1 minute. Okay, bigger bowl it is. Salt, some pepper, and you just taste it as you go. And then when it's at the salt that you want, you stop. So I'm gonna season this up until it tastes to for perfection. And here's the finished salsa. It looks so good. Y'all are probably thinking, lady, you want some tomato with that cilantro? No, thank you. I'd rather lick the soap bar. Guacamole. Now we're making guacamole. Okay. We're making guacamole. It is actually so satisfying making guacamole because then you cut this open and then start chopping up the avocado and then scooping it out. Oh, so satisfying. And this salsa, I'm just gonna put a couple scoops of that salsa into the guacamole and go into the pool. Okay, let's get to the satisfying part. We're gonna chop this avocado in half. Ooh, baby! Ooh, baby! That looks nice! And now this is the satisfying part. You just do this. You do a little tic-tac-toe. SOS. You remember those games? You're gonna take the spoon and you're gonna just dig her out. Oh, how satisfying is that? Guacamole takes no time to make. Those avocados look so nice and they're so beautifully green, but we want to keep them green like that. So we need to put a little bit of this lemon on there. Normally, like I said, I'd use lime, but we've already been all through this. I'm using what I had on hand. So we're gonna spray. We're gonna squeeze some of that lemon on top of that avocado right off the bat, just so it doesn't oxidize right away and start to turn like brown. Now we're just gonna add some of the salsa we already made. Plop a little bit of that in. That's how easy guacamole is. Kind of like mash it with your spoon. You can use a fork too, but this one's pretty soft, so you like a little bit of chunk in it still, so we don't want to mash it all up. So that's why I cut it kind of into those cubes. I'm gonna put a little salt in that. You mix it up, you taste, and then you're done. And now I'll show you what it looks like. And take a look at that beautiful guacamole. Oh, wow. Might I add that guacamole at the stores are so expensive, like crazy. Those little itty bitty containers, what are you paying, like $6? I have more than that in here. And this cost me just over $1. Like, come on, because I had the sale ingredients and it took a little bit of time to mix it up. And this one, y'all know, tastes way better than the store-bought guacamole. And now we're moving on to that delicious Greek yogurt cilantro crema. I'm gonna mix everything in this nifty magic bullet blender, and I'm gonna pop it on, and everything will just blend together and it will marinate and be so delicious. So we're gonna start with some Greek yogurt, plop some in. I'm gonna put a little bit of sour cream, squeeze a lemon, and then some of the cilantro, stems and all. We all know how I roll. Just get her in. I know what you're thinking, lady, more cilantro? Yes. And then I'll grate about half a clove of garlic, because that adds so much flavor. And the last ingredient I forgot to mention is that I put some taco seasoning into it. If I put the taco seasoning in, it gives it that taco flavor. Remember, we put the chicken in with the generic seasoning on it. So you're like, where's that taco flavor? This is where it's coming from. This is coming along so beautifully. Look how that cilantro has blended up so nicely. It's tasting so delicious. You can taste that garlic. I need to balance it out though. There's a bit of a tang that I need to kind of level out. So I'm just gonna put a little squeeze of maple syrup in here. I know what you're thinking, maple syrup, but it will cut that tang. And I'm gonna put a little squeeze of Calorie Wise ranch in it, just a tiny bit. I think that will cut that tang that I'm tasting. And then after that, mwah! Yeah, leveled up. That's good. On these tacos. Oh, yes. So I'm now gonna assemble these tacos. Like I said, normally on family taco night, I put everything out there and then everyone just plays with their hands and gets everything on their own tacos and the kids have the best time. But I'm gonna show you for demonstration purposes an adult portion. So the chicken came out of the oven. Here's a little tip. If you're gonna be shredding chicken off these chicken drumsticks, instead of putting it into the fridge and then when you're ready for your taco night, stripping them, you can do that, no problem. It's just easier to do that stripping when they're warm. It just comes off the bone way, way easier. So I'm gonna strip 2 chicken legs because that's gonna be the adult portion. It literally took me 30 seconds and I chopped it up for our tacos. So what's left of these bones? Okay, see? There's a little bit of stuff left on it. And y'all know again, I don't waste nothing. So, and that's not even the point. Our family loves cartilage. My youngest daughter will fight us for the bones to get this deliciousness. She loves the cartilage. Well, everybody does. And cartilage is just, that's the gelatin you see in bone broth. Anyway, so these bones will go on the side of everybody's plate with their tacos. They're going to put the chicken on the taco. Good amount of protein there. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna put sauce on the chicken. I'm gonna layer this sauce because you don't want all the sauce on top on the lettuce, and then when you take a bite, you just have the sauce on the lettuce. And what about the chicken? It's like nachos. You wanna layer it to get all the flavors throughout. We're gonna drizzle it on the chicken. We'll take the salsa, put a little bit of salsa, a little bit of cheese, the guacamole next. You can layer this as you please. Like, who cares? If you want the guac first, you put the guac first. If you want it last, you put it last. And on top, we have some lettuce. You don't want a center load. Who wants the center load? You want to bite with everything in it every step of the way. And then on top, we're gonna do that sauce again. This looks so amazing. Come up close and see. They look even better up close. What'd I tell ya? You saw. These look incredible. And this adult portion of these two massive tacos costs only $3.05. You can't even go through a drive-thru at a fast food restaurant and get a taco for $3.05. And with all that chicken and that light cheese and that Greek yogurt sauce, this packs 42 grams of protein on this plate. And look, it's not just about the food. It's about the experiences with our kids and the bonding that happens. And our last meal that I came up with that chicken is our chicken beef broth soup. Let me tell you about this one. It's incredible. Do you know the best thing though? I'm not over there making no beef broth right now. I already did it. No, this is not Greek yogurt, and no, this is not cottage cheese. Do you know what's in these containers? Beef broth that I made a huge batch of for super cheap, and I froze it so it's accessible when I want it. If you want to see exactly how I made this beef broth and how cheap I got it for, check out this video right here, and I'll show you exactly how I made it and how I cut all those costs. All right, back to now. I'm gonna pop these out like an ice cube, put it on the stove, warm it up, and then I'm gonna pair that with rice noodles, soft-boiled egg, shredded cabbage, and shredded onion. Oh, and then I sprinkle on top sesame seeds. This soup is so good, and it's our go-to at this house. Let me just talk about the rice noodles. You can get rice noodles for so cheap. These specific ones, I got these at the dollar store. The dollar store has some pretty awesome stuff. So this is a pretty decent sized package, and I got it for $1.25. And I only need to use half for our family of 4. All right, let's pop these out like an ice cube. Bam. Bam. So I shredded the cabbage and I shredded some onions as well. And I also have some toasted sesame seeds. I also boiled some eggs and I peeled them already. Who else greatly dislikes peeling boiled eggs? I get it. The membrane sticks and you're trying to get it off, and then a big chunk of the egg comes off with the shell, and then half the egg is gone. But we can't think that way, can we? It is worth it. These boiled eggs are worth it every time. So I will struggle with peeling the eggs every single time. I know people have tricks. I've been putting it in an ice bath. And that works sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. Do you guys have any more tricks that you can tell me? If so, comment below. Because clearly, I need something else. I'm going to cut into these eggs. This is like highlight of my life. I love the reveal of a soft-boiled egg. Let's do it. Okay, let's see. See, look at this mangled one. Oh my gosh. Comment below, give me the tips. All right, let's cut her into her. Oh, that looks nice. Ah! Oh, I wish you could see me. Can you see me? Gosh, where'd you go? Yes! I love me a soft-boiled egg, and when I get it right, it's like even double better. Since I'm using the pot for the soup, I don't have another size pot like that, so I'm just gonna use a deep pan, using what I got to cook the rice noodles. It fits perfect. All right, everything's ready to go. Let's plate it up. We're gonna start with a little bit of these noodles. We're gonna ladle on some of that beef broth. This is gonna be an adult serving. We're gonna add the cabbage, the shredded cabbage. Put a generous amount because this is our veg for this meal. Some of the shredded onions. You could use green onions, but guess what? Green onions are very expensive right now. it is winter and literally the snow is up to here. So when it comes spring, we will use green onions when they become cheap. But right now, we're gonna use our regular white cooking onion. We're gonna put the chicken I already shredded up. We're gonna put the chicken in one little section. For the chicken, for the adult portion, I used 1.5 drumsticks. I didn't use a whole 2 because we're offsetting it, the protein, with the boiled eggs. And then we'll put the boiled eggs on. And lastly, we have our toasted sesame seeds. This little bit of sesame seeds is gonna go such a long way. You don't need much, but it adds so much delicious flavor. I'm so excited to eat this. I can't wait to show you guys this up close and personal. Get in here. Take a look at that. Like, come on. That looks like you'd get that at a restaurant. And that literally took me 10 minutes to prep. It was so easy because I had that bone broth in the freezer. Y'all know this soup is stunning. And with 1.5 drumsticks and those 2 soft-boiled eggs, this soup packs 42 grams of protein. And the cost for this? I paid $1.73 for this adult serving with my homemade bone broth and everything else you saw in here that I got on sale. You cannot get such a beautiful soup out and about for $1.73. And we know exactly what we put in this. And to top it off, what would elevate this even more, you put a little drizzle of hoisin on top and a little bit of sriracha. What are we talking about now? That's like restaurant style right there. So I made chicken 3 ways for my family of 4. You all see the adult portions here, but I made enough for my whole family. So this will cover 3 days of dinners for us. So this chicken, rice, and broccoli for the entire family for the 4 portions cost me $6.79. The chicken tacos here for everybody cost me $8.70. And now the bone broth soup with the soft-boiled eggs for our entire family costs only $6.92. So the grand total, 3 meals for my family of 4 only cost $22.41.
What?
For 3 meals. You can't even get takeout for 1 person for 1 day. Sale items, planning, strategic stocking, and using what you got. And that's it. 3 healthy, high-protein meals using the exact same chicken and what I had on hand. Being flexible, resourceful, and efficient just bought us 2 nights off from cooking. And the icing on the cake? All that food costs only $22.41. Look, you don't need to overthink grocery trips. You just buy what's on sale and let your imagination run wild. If you want to buy yourself some more time with healthy, affordable meals, hit subscribe and we'll work it out together. Thanks for hanging out with me here on Nutritionally Cheap, where we eat healthy, feel amazing, and save that moolah. Now let's end this properly. We're like a cheap. Nutritionally cheap. That's how we eat. Nutritionally cheap. And for the love of frugal living, if it's not on sale, don't buy it. Let it wait. See you in the next one. Bye. Oh my God.